Hello, neighbors and fellow residents of Leisure Village West. Thank you for taking the time to watch this broadcast and learn a little bit about the candidates who are asking for your support. My connection to Leisure Village West didn't begin when I moved here. It began decades earlier. Back in the 1980s, my parents lived here, and I visited often. I remember driving through the community and being amazed by how beautiful everything looked. The grounds were immaculate, the roads, the landscaping, the common areas. It truly felt like a park. You could immediately see that this was a community people cared about and took pride in. Those visits made us a lasting impression on my wife and me. We always said that someday this is where we wanted to live. In May of 2005, we purchased our home, and in October of 2006, we officially became full-time residents. It was a proud day for us. We knew we were joining a community with an outstanding reputation. For many years, Leisure Village West lived up to that reputation. It was beautiful, well-maintained, financially stable, and a wonderful place to call home. Unfortunately, many of us have watched that change. Over the past several years, we've seen significant turnover in both management and experienced employees. When knowledgeable people leave, they take years of experience with them. That loss affects every part of a community. Maintenance standards are not what they once were, and residents have noticed. As homeowners, we invest a great deal in this community. It's reasonable to expect those standards to be restored. I believe they can be. My professional background has prepared me well for this responsibility. For my entire career, I owned and operated my own small business. It was a two-person operation, which meant every decision rested with me. I was responsible for budgeting, purchasing, marketing, inventory, customer relationships, vendor management, and long-term planning. Our company marketed a specialized dental product throughout the United States. We exhibited at major national trade shows and imported products directly from Europe under our own worldwide trademark. Running a business teaches you valuable lessons. You learn that every dollar matters. You learn that vendors must be held accountable. You learn that promises have to become results. And you learn that careful planning today prevents expensive problems tomorrow. Since retiring, I've dedicated a great deal of time studying the financial operations of our community. I spent countless hours reviewing financial reports, reserve information, contracts, budgets, and expenditures, because I believe informed decisions are the foundation of good leadership. My goal isn't to criticize, my goal is to improve. If elected, I want to help restore the community that so many of us chose decades ago. That begins by rebuilding a strong workforce, attracting experienced management, supporting our employees, and making sure our contractors provide the quality of service that our residents deserve. It also means making thoughtful financial decisions, asking the right questions, ensuring that every community dollar is spent wisely, efficiently, and transparently. When residents drive through our gates, I want them to feel proud. When visitors arrive, I want them to see a community that reflects excellence. And when homeowners look out their windows, I want them to know their investment is being protected. I'm asking for your vote because I bring three important qualities. First, I have the perspective of someone who has watched this community grow and change over several decades. Second, I have the practical experience of running a successful small business where accountability and financial responsibility were part of everyday life. And third, I have the time, commitment, and dedication to serve this community with the attention it deserves. Together, I believe we can restore the high standards that once made Leisure Village West one of the finest active adult communities anywhere. We can strengthen our operations, we can protect our property values, and we can once again create the beautiful park-like community that first inspired so many of us to call this place home. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your consideration. I respectfully ask for your vote. Have a wonderful day.
My name is Al D'Amato. I'm formally seeking your vote for a position on the Board of Trustees, or BoT. I've been a homeowner here since 2008, and I have enjoyed our community's amenities since 1996. My professional background is diverse and well-suited for this role, including experience as a production manager for a multi-million-dollar company, a warehouse manager overseeing 50 employees, and the owner of a successful small business. I also bring technical expertise in road construction, fiber installation, and utility requirements from my time as a mechanic, commercial driver, and a lineman. I have previously served as an assistant treasurer, and vice president on the BoT. I fully understand our fiduciary responsibilities, and I am committed to diligent oversight of our spending to ensure that we do not exceed our budget or bring on overpriced individuals. I believe it's the trustees' duty to question management regarding salaries and expenditures to protect the community's financial health. My commitment to our community is also reflected in my volunteer work. I'm a longtime volunteer, over 10 years, with the Helping Hands program. I have coordinated greenhouse volunteers for several years before passing this on to others. I helped in the establishment of our food village pantry. I coordinated the 50th anniversary parade and regularly assisted various clubs with their sound and lighting needs. I frequently bicycle through our community and identify areas that need attention, such as a broken utility pedestal, street lights not working, or maintenance issues. I enjoy speaking with residents to ensure their concerns are relayed to management. I look forward to the opportunity to serve you again with the same dedication and transparency. You can find a Facebook page, Al D'Amato for BoT. Thank you.
I want to introduce myself. I'm Marcus Evniak, a candidate running for the Board of Trustees. My wife Kathy and I moved into the village in December 2017. Today I address you with a deep sense of gratitude and hope as I apply to be part of our community. In these times, more than ever, we need to strengthen the ties that unite us, celebrate our diversity, work together for a bright future full of possibilities. I'm running for this position with the firm purpose of being a catalyst for unity and peace. I believe in the importance of listening to all voices. I have the experience, talent, and above all, the knowledge necessary to provide innovative, effective solutions that benefit everyone. I worked in sales and engineering at H. Harris in Fairfield, New Jersey as an account manager. Sold concrete forms for bridges, tunnels, warehousing, airports, roadways, and marine construction. I did takeoffs and estimates from contract drawings as well as project specifications. I attended Newark College of Engineering, Passaic School of Drafting. I was honorably discharged from the U.S. Army as a military police. Two-term councilman in Elmwood Park, New Jersey, DPW Commissioner and Personnel Committee. I served as president of the Coral Reef Condo Association in North Wildwood for 3 years. A past commander of American Legion Post 147 in Elmwood Park, a member of Post 129 in Toms River. I'm a member of St. John's Church in Lakehurst on their security team. I currently serve on the Town of Manchester Rent Leveling Board as vice chairman. I'm a member of several clubs in the village. Over these last few years, this place seems to have changed, and not all for the better for all residents' best interests. The more residents I meet and talk with, they seem to have issues with the quality of service now being displayed. The overspending needs to be reeled in. Another concern should be a unit walkthrough every 2 years or so. The owners can convey any issues they may have. Future parking is an ongoing concern. Take a right turn on the first street after coming in the Route 70 gate and marvel at all the off-street parking spaces available. There are other streets and courts that can be handled in a similar manner. This is a good idea for the board to list upcoming work projects, total price, and allow owners to have a voice on major projects. Not all owners want some of the major work done before we continue down the road of major amenities and higher monthly fees. 1 year ago, I sent an email to the BoT. This was part of their message, which is yet to be addressed. Subject: maintaining the village. Homes along Route 70 entrance have front porches with frames rusting. Behind Willow are homes in need of painting. Many homes throughout the village have molded sidings, my unit included. We have that ugly sedge grass in the lawns. There are gardens in the village that have turned to weeds. I ask for your support and trust to carry out this mission. Together we can make a stronger, united community a reality. Let's work together to build a future we all deserve. In closing, I would appreciate your support in electing me to the BoT. Thank you.
Good day to all my fellow Leisure Village West residents. I'm Steve Leslie Randall, current trustee on your Board of Trustees, and I'm running for re-election to a second 3-year term. My first election was run on service to Leisure Village West. My wife Susan and I moved from Staten Island into Leisure Village West in May of 2019. Service to my community has always motivated me. Prior to my retirement, I was a high school biology teacher for 25 years for the New York City Department of Education. I served on my church's council for 17 years in various positions. All of these details are included in my written biography, which is available at all 3 clubhouses and will soon be sent by the association to all homes in the election bulletin. Since our arrival at Leisure Village West, I have served in a variety of different ways. Viston, Helping Hands, Administration Committee, Architectural Committee, 50th Anniversary Committee, just to name a few. The past 3 years as a trustee has been a roller coaster experience with many highs and, of course, some lows. As a trustee, I have worked with the other trustees to accomplish many improvements to Leisure Village West. Our boards have been able to accomplish, in no particular order, finally completing the Encore patio, the resurfacing of the tennis courts and pickleball courts, engaging with Greenvest for a potential $750,000 payout to the association, the opening of a food pantry for those in need, securing with Xfinity a 7-year contract for both TV and internet service at a dramatically reduced cost to our residents, the installing of a new hot tub and an upgrade to the Club Encore pool apron, engaging with Allied Security to supply pool guards, the opening of a deli when Pinnacle Credit Union departed, the completion of new bocce courts, the increasing to our liability insurance limits, and the hiring of Tom Haskell as community manager. That roller coaster also traveled downhill over the past 3 years. We experienced the failure of the foundation, the inability to upgrade our dog park, and 3 different community managers in these past 3 years. and the hiring and termination of several grounds and house maintenance managers. Looking into the future, I've been working with the Board of Trustees on a few new projects. They include a complete remodeling of the Route 70 gatehouse, obtaining new furniture for both pools, and the long overdue modernization of the Willow Hall lobby. The work to improve Leisure Village West is far from over. We still have many obstacles to overcome that will bring Leisure Village West back to the beautiful place I have heard residents speak about. I sincerely feel that the past 6 years of working with board committees and serving as a trustee have shown my desire to make Leisure Village West a desirable place to live. Therefore, I respectfully ask that you consider me for re-election and request that you vote for me in the upcoming election. Together, as it says at the Route 70 exit, it's the time of your life to have the time of your life. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Hello, Leisure Village West friends and neighbors. My name is Jane Sigmund, and I am running for the Board of Trustees. My husband, Raymond, and I moved to Leisure Village West in 2020. Over the past 6 years, we have come to love this community and the people who live here. What first attracted us to Leisure Village West was its neighborhood feel. After living in Brooklyn, New York, and later in a small town in New Jersey, we knew how important a strong sense of community was to us. Why am I running? I am running for the Board of Trustees because Leisure Village West is my home. To me, Leisure Village West is more than my residence at 80B Cambridge Circle. It is our shared home. Each of us may live in one small part of it, but together we are responsible for the strength, the care, the future of this whole community. My experience and qualifications. I believe I am qualified to represent the residents on the Board of Trustees because of my professional leadership and community experience. I have worked for the state of New Jersey for 25 years as a social worker, served on a board of education in Union Beach, New Jersey, and was a shop steward for CWA Local 1037. These roles taught me how to listen, advocate, plan responsibly, and work with people towards a shared goal. What I have learned, listening matters. Listening does not end when another person finishes speaking. It means asking open-ended questions, seeking to understand, and make sure people feel heard. Fiduciary responsibility is essential. Serving on a board means acting in the best interest of the people and community you are entrusted to represent. It requires transparency, good faith, and careful planning. Advocacy gives residents a voice. I believe in speaking up for people's needs and supporting their rights to be heard. Ethics builds trust. Respectful and professional conduct, confidentiality, accountability, and avoiding conflicts of interest are all necessary to maintain trust. Full disclosure supports decisions. People deserve clear and complete information so that they can understand the issues, participate in informed decision-making, and trust the process. How will I serve? I bring experience in leadership, planning, and teamwork. I believe in open decision-making, setting clear goals and objectives, and working together to reach them. I am also skilled in conflict resolution. I believe decisions should be based on evidence, facts, and truth, not hearsay. Words and statements are important, but statements supported by facts are more stronger and reliable. I am a free thinker, resourceful, and knowledgeable about community resources that can help support the goals and positive outcomes. My commitment to LVW, I have always tried to look at the best in people, and LVW has the best. Leisure Village West is a place where people can go at their own pace, find connections, and feel at home. I love being part of this community, and I am involved in clubs, serve on boards, and I often say that Leisure Village West is my happy place. My commitment to this community is strong. Please consider me, Jane Sigmund, for the Board of Trustees, and I hope to meet you at our open forums and our meet and greets. Thank you and have a good day.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Skatowski and I'm running for the LVW board. And I'd like to explain to you why I'm doing this, but first let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I've been a lifelong student of comparative religion and psychology. I am well educated. I went to Hofstra University on Long Island and lived on Long Island most of my life. And as a Long Islander, I learned to be an advocate. I have multiple sclerosis. I make no bones about it. Everyone knows. I was an advocate for 20 some odd years now, working for Biogen IDEC, the main drug company, who taught me to be a public speaker and taught me how to advocate for both sides by coming up the middle and looking at both sides instead of jumping on something. I've served at a board on Long Island, and I have only been here a year. When I first got here, I wasn't feeling very well. I have to admit the MS and the move did not go well together. But since I've been here, what I've observed is that we're not working together and coming up the middle. I would like to represent a board that listens to both sides. I would also like to always come from what I have been taught, and that is that there is this side and that side, and the truth somewhere up the middle. And from my heart, I have lived my life coming up the middle, using my intuition and my understanding and the things I've learned through life to kind of come up and look down over the whole picture. I try not to look at your side, the whole picture is what I see. And then step back and use my heart, use what's in me, what I've learned, my intuition, my perception, and the joy I feel for life to help others. And that's what I would like to do if I was elected on the board, for the board. If I'm not elected for the board, I still have talents. I'm a graphic designer. I had my own business. I'm very good with creation, design. I would love to use it for the good of the community in any way that I can. I have also been an MS advocate for so long that I'm very used to people coming to me with questions, asking me for things, doing the research. I know how to research. You have a question, I will research it till it's dead, until I get you the answer to that question. And that's the expertise I hope to bring to the board if I am elected. I see this place as a beautiful place to live in, so many nice people and so many great things to be offered. But when I sat at that board meeting and decided at the last minute I was going to run, it was because what I saw in my heart was a board that was representing things that were not really important deep down for our community, and a board that was not listening to the needs of our community. And that's why I'm running. I have a good ear, I'm a good listener, I come to things looking at both perspectives, and I hope to do my best, if elected, to do just that for the community, because there are too many handicapped, disabled, older people in this community that need representation. This is not a community just of 55s, it's 55 and over. And I have neighbors that are 90 and above. And these people don't have the voice to speak up for themselves. And as a person that has MS and has been in situations where life has knocked me down and I've needed a walker or a wheelchair or whatever, I know how to be pushed down and come back up. I want to represent the entire community, but especially those people that don't have a voice and need someone to speak up for them. So with that in mind, I ask you, if you would like to see what I can offer to the community, to vote for me, because I promise you from my heart, from the center of who I am, that I will always look at both sides, come down the middle, and through the love in my heart, make a decision that I hope will be the best for the community. Thank you, and I hope to be in some capacity an aid to this community.